we're gonna have to restart because where's this at? There it is. So I had to reinstall the sound driver doodad I use, and when I do that, I gotta reset up OBS.
We have to restart because John reinstalled his sound driver that he uses.
Yeah.
So, I forgot to mention, I'm using the same bonus music as last week.
Well, God, you gotta tell me this before we go live, David. God damn it.
David doesn't win tonight.
Okay, then I don't win tonight. That's fine.
I'll download it.
No, that's fine. I don't win tonight.
Yeah. I can't. I feel like I say this every time. Once we start,
game over.
I was going to send you a message, but then I didn't want to disturb you at work, and then I was late getting onto the show because I was trying to get stuff ready, and it slipped my mind. I apologize. I now accept the title of Toyota Camry of Game That Tune.
What? This is a solid, reliable car. Like, that's not...
Yeah. With very few hiccups.
No, I'm downloading it. I just... Once we start the show, I can't touch my keyboard, so it's just tricky as all, but I'm getting it, and I've got
all
it.
say goodbye to David Fleming.
And we're all...
It's finally over. I'll go on fighting. As long as we have the will to live. Goodbye, Goldman.
Friends.
All right.
Goodbye, David Goldman.
Who's ready to... Like, I have not restarted my audio. I'm just going to start
nobody stopped recording, did they?
No, I
didn't stop.
All right,
Cool.
I'm just going to play the theme then. Here we go.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? It's Game That Tune back in the house once again. It's ya boy, John Harrington here. And we got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey.
We got Jesse Moore. Say hey.
Hey.
And we've got David Fleming. Say hey.
Hey.
Hell yeah, guys. It is Game That Tune, episode 171, a fantastic palindrome of an episode in the final palindrome week of this century. That's right. You know, if you're one of those guys that likes forwards and backwards numbers and pays attention to this kind of crap, you're mourning the loss of palindrome week. And if you're just joining us here on Game That Tune, it doesn't have anything to do with numerology or palindromes. We are going to listen to some video game music. We each brought 3 songs from a game. We're going to try and guess each other's games based on the songs with a little bit of trivia. We're going to goof off, have a lot of fun. The winner at the end of the night picks the theme for the next episode, plays some bonus tunes. And our winner last week was me, of course, back on top once again, the grand champ. Still waiting for that thank you. And I've picked a fantastic theme for this week's episode. I had GTT gems on the brain. I was thinking back 20 years ago. Like I usually do 30, 20, and 10 years ago. I focused on 20 years ago. The theme this week, games from 1999. And I think that means we got a pretty great show coming up because 1999, we had some good diversity in games, man. We had, had a couple of good handhelds going, had a couple of good consoles going, launched a new console. That's, as I've plugged before on this show, what we were just celebrating over there on patreon.com/GameThatTune. Happy 20th birthday, Sega Dreamcast. It's a good year with a lot of good games, a lot of good tunes. You guys feel good about this theme?
Yeah.
So good.
Yes.
Good. Yes. David, did you encounter the same problem that I had where you've already used most of the games that you played from 1999?
I did indeed.
Okay, cool. Just checking because I was going through my various lists of games from various years. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a well-covered territory, either by coincidence or by this being a theme at some point in the past. I've covered most of the games that I owned in 1999.
My problem came in mostly I was playing like the N64 in 1999. And
there's so many games for it.
The N64 did not have a deep well to pull from, and that well has already been tapped multiple times on this show.
Yeah, if you're expecting Super Smash Brothers or Mario Party or Beetle Adventure Racing on tonight's show, we've been there, done that. And so me and David, we reached a little deeper, and I think we pulled out something pretty good for this episode. So yeah, we got 4 great games. We got a great fan request this week. And Johnny, I think we just got to jump right into it. So let's hit it off, man. Let's start with Game 1.
Game 1.
Alright, so some characters from this TV series show up in power-up form, including Kitty, Sparky, and Saddam Hussein. right, guys, who's got some answers?
Oh, I got answers.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see here. Jesse says South Park Chef's Love Shack, which is incorrect.
Shit.
David and John both said South Park Rally, which is correct.
Love
If
Shack
only it
came
had
out the
been
same
Chef's
year.
Love Shack. But alas.
It came out the same year.
Yeah, but Chef's Love Shack, and I thought about it. I almost said it because, as I said, I've recently been looking at my list of 1999 games, and that was the first one I came across from the South Park franchise. But Chef's Love Shack's like the game show. So
Yeah.
having power-ups didn't really make any sense. And then I was like, oh, yeah, there was that god-awful South Park kart racing game.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I completely heard wrong. I thought that the trivia was about characters who appear in powered up form. So I was
Yeah.
like, Saddam Hussein as a Super Saiyan?
I would be pretty good, yeah, or Kitty.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how Swole Kitty factors into
But
South
then I
Park
started
Rally,
thinking,
but-
I was like, what games in 1999 would have Saddam Hussein? I bet there was a South Park game.
Right. Jesus God. John, why?
Because it came out in 1999.
And you didn't feel like accepting my big alley-oop to you, saying all this stuff about the Dreamcast launch in 1999 and, hinting Dreamcast. You decided to go with South Park Rally.
So I think I've used all my favorite Dreamcast games. Like you guys are saying, like I've gone through all my good 99 games at this point. I'm just gonna pick games from 99. I decided to go with South Park Rally because it's interesting.
Indeed. That's the word.
That is the
Interesting.
nicest thing that could be said.
I'm pretty impressed by it has a good number of unlockable characters. Like if there's a South Park character you liked from seasons 1 through 3 of South Park, they're probably in this game.
Okay. And if there's not?
You mean like a character from a later season?
No, I'm just saying if there are no likable characters from seasons 1 through 3 of South Park.
Well, then why are you playing a South Park game?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm not.
I mean,
There's a reason I haven't played
gonna
one of
say,
these since
clearly.
1999.
I mean, Pip is an unlockable character, so I could see that as the
Oh, good.
unlikable.
wow, really?
It's a deep Pip.
Yeah. What the fuck happened to Pip? He just kind of disappeared on the show, as far as I
He
know.
got replaced by Butters, I think.
Butters is so much better.
Oh man.
Oh
I
yeah,
miss
Butters
Pip.
is great, but like Pip was inexplicably just the character from Great Expectations in South Park, and
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, I think they realized literary references were going over their audience's head, so they changed it to Butters, who could be whatever they wanted.
Well, they tried to explain to us they did that Great Expectations episode of South Park, which, by the way, I've seen that episode. I've read the book. The episode is the far superior version, hands
Yeah, of course.
down.
It's 22 minutes long.
Ah.
It's-
Yeah,
the way to
instead of
go.
having to read a 600-page book about a bunch of bullshit, you got it all condensed into 22 minutes, and with a way better ending with that crazy machine and all that bullshit. It's, it's Dickens is an idiot.
Anyway, talk to us about South Park Rally, man.
South
Game
Park
that Dickens.
South Park Rally. So it's a kart racing game with quite a few little modes in it. Like you have your traditional racing mode. You've got like a collect all the shit mode. You've got like battle modes. You have your power ups that you collect, like Mr. Hanky, Saddam Hussein, Kitty. They're all power ups you can use. I was a little like it looked interesting because the first like main race is around the outskirts of South Park. And there's traffic, there's school buses and cop cars and things like that you have to avoid while completing the race. It's like, okay, that's kind of cool. But I tried playing a little bit and the controls are pretty trash, so that's no good. And also, like, it makes a lot of like fart sounds. Like you hit start at the main menu and
Really?
it just goes. I'm like, all right, like
Yep.
sold. Lots of characters like farting and barfing and like lots of gross out stuff that I don't. I'm like, was South Park that gross out? I mean, I guess
What?
sometimes
Yeah.
it was.
Yes, John.
Especially in the beginning, like, wasn't it in the first season where they hide like a spy satellite in Cartman's ass,
That's
so
the
he's
first-
like farting flames?
That's the
Well,
first
Aliens
episode.
did that.
Episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cartman gets an
So that
anal
would-
probe.
That would be
Yeah.
in the first season.
Yeah, John, there's a level in this game called Gay World taking place at Big Gay Al's fucking, like theme park. Like, yeah, John, it was crude. And how do you not remember that?
God, what a controversial pick, Johnny.
Trying to get us to talk about all the old stuff that we don't talk about anymore. Good Lord.
I
Like
remember,
Barbra
Um,
Streisand.
I remember being excited about this because, I love, like, South Park was on TV and it was great. It was a great show and they made a game. And you're like, oh, I mean, they made a couple games. They had that Quake one, the first-person shooter.
That Quake one.
Yeah, I got burned on fucking South Park 64, Brent and a
Yeah.
Blockbuster. Like the first 10 times you pee on a snowball, it's pretty funny. Then when there's thousands of turkeys on screen,
Yeah.
and that's all you fucking fight for like 10 levels is turkeys, you're like, okay, this game is fucking trash.
Yeah, you're left with a really, really bad first-person shooter game. Much like once the veneer of South Park wears off this, you're left with a bad kart racer.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is, I like South Park back in the day. We were all teenagers and enjoying it, but I never understood their desire to turn this into a video game thing and like not try to adapt the art style. Like back when a couple of years ago when like the newer games came out, like not it was the Fractured Butthole.
Yeah, and
Stick of Truth and Fractured
And
Butthole.
Stick of Truth. That's the first one.
those are great.
Yeah, those are fucking awesome. They're like, little open world adventure games with, RPGs, and it's like Paper Mario, but South Park. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Trying to turn the South Park characters in 3D looked terrible. Like, it was a mistake. Like, Cartman isn't meant to be in 3 dimensions because, you don't want to know what the third dimension is. He just turns into like, looks like a Nintendo 64 version of a parade balloon, and it looks awful. And then
it does kind of surprise me just talking about like all of the South Park games. There have been a surprising amount of South Park games, and yet they've never made a 2D beat 'em up. Because I feel like that's what every great like cartoon or comic or whatever has become. They did first person shooter, they did like game show, turn-based RPG, kart racer. It's like, how did you never put together like the 4 main kids going around town kicking the shit out of something?
Right. I mean, seriously, you talk about your love for River City Girls and Scott Pilgrim and shit, but like, yeah, South Park would have all the necessary settings and all the absurdity necessary to be a very fun beat 'em up game. Like, besides possibly arm length. Like, the characters are very oddly designed. They have enormous heads and little baby arms, so it might not make any sense to have it be a beat 'em up unless they decided to go with that episode where they all had ninja weapons and turned into like the anime versions of themselves
Yeah.
and went around beating stuff up.
Oh my
That'd be
God.
the shit. Yeah.
Either that or it's just instead of punches and kicks, like every attack is just a headbutt. And that's how you
Right.
go through the game.
A headbutt, or everybody's got like a weapon, or like school kid based stuff. I mean, you're like the original first person shooter game, you're throwing piss snowballs. So just I don't know, figure something out. But
you
2D,
just make the game, and damn it,
2D papercraft beat 'em up actually would be pretty fucking fun. And
just rename the file .beat 'em up, and there you go.
Yeah.
the Stick of Truth. Nope, the beat 'em up of truth. Done.
Why?
Yeah.
We've got this new South Park brawler. Why is it called World Rally? Yeah, ignore that. It's a beat 'em up. It's fine.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, no, I played South Park Rally briefly, and I remember it not being fun. It was like I can't remember exactly when it was that I played it, but I just remember there was like a mode where it wasn't a lap race. It was like you had to hit like the certain checkpoints no matter what order you go in, and it's like kind of an open map, and it's not fun. Like I'm not saying I'm a basic bitch because I like Mario Kart, but I am a bit of a basic bitch that likes his Mario Kart, and it didn't make any sense to me. Like why is there an open map with like goal rings that you have to drive through instead of just doing laps? Like come on.
I like my courses linear, Straightforward.
Or just in circuits. What's wrong with the circuit? Like,
I'm just kind of
a
amazed
figure
that
eight
I'm just kind of amazed that they made like a South Park kart racing game, because my understanding is the entire town is one street. So like, what are your tracks?
It'd be great if every course was like a Mount Wario Mario Kart 8 style course, just of the one street in South Park
It's
with
all just drag
various
races.
various things going on, on the sides. But
As you were saying, it's like, you go through the town and you have to avoid like cop cars and school buses. Like, okay, well, what about the other tracks?
right.
Like, I'm assuming there's more than that track.
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, there's also like a farm, a forest, a sewer, a mountain, a volcano. And
in
Gay
Colorado.
Oh, a volcano, eh?
World.
Yeah, and Gay World. But yeah, man, it's that's that's one of the fun things. That's one of the reasons I do like old TV and like video game adaptations, is just the chance to flesh out like worlds that you don't really have yet in like weird ways. But I didn't like any of the ways they did it for South Park. So
Well, it seems like they kind of fleshed it out in a very generic 90s kart racer. Like, okay, we're going to put you on a volcano track. Why? It's a kart racer. There's a volcano track.
there's a mountain that makes sense. There's a volcano nearby.
It's like, here's the underground sewer track that every kart racer has to have for some reason.
Yeah. It would have been cool if they had fucking ripped off Snowboard Kids instead and had it be like a South Park
cool.
snowboarding game. Like, it's Colorado, goddammit, do whatever you want.
Oh man, you can snowboard as Jesus and like the devil.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could really do an Air Christ.
Wait, I don't feel like
Yes.
Ugh.
I don't feel like fact checking this, Johnny. I'm assuming you have the wiki page pulled up. Is Jesus an unlockable character in this game?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, kind of. It's
As is Satan, as is Damien, the son of Satan, Death, Grandpa, Bebe.
Thank you for specifying Damien, son of Satan.
Do y'all have a favorite South Park episode?
not anymore.
Oh man.
I think I have two. The one, the World of Warcraft one is really great, and the one where Cartman feeds that dude his parents is pretty great.
Oh yeah, actually, that is the best one.
Yeah,
Because
Scott
that one is
Timmerman.
not only the most fucked up episode of all time, it also has Radiohead for no reason, which is great. that's definitely my favorite.
Yeah, it's like one line from Radiohead where they make fun of Scott for crying.
Yeah. Look at little crybaby. Yeah. Not realizing that, of course, he had literally just eaten his parents. So, old South Park. Those were the days. Can't talk about it anymore, though. Real shame. South Park, who knew? Anyway, Johnny, anything else on your favorite game of all time, South Park Rally?
No, and I'm gonna have to have you fill me in on what's going on with South Park during the break, because I'm out of the loop on why we can't talk about it, I guess.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
We'll discuss that at some point.
Okay.
In the meantime, let's keep it moving to game 2.
Game 2.
So, despite this game featuring the addition of an overworld, simultaneous multiplayer, a challenge mode, and 8 extra worlds, many people consider this game inferior to the original due to the smaller screen and resolution. So, who has guesses ready? Possibly answers.
Well, my answer couldn't possibly be right. Oh, wait, everybody's got the same answer.
So, everyone says Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, and everyone is correct. So
Well, let
this
me
is
just-
Super Mario Brothers Deluxe.
Let me just go ahead and get this out of the way.
Game over!
David, did you find it odd that this game maybe stood out to you on a list of games from 1999?
How I don't understand how this is a game
What
over.
happened?
What way would it stand out?
In the way that Game That Tune episode 99 was an episode about games from 1999. And we don't reuse games on this show.
Have we used
Have
this
we used this
before?
game already?
Oh, we very much have.
I was like, I'm pretty sure we used this. I didn't check it, but I was fairly certain.
I checked the list. I didn't see it unless I misread the list.
You did, because it's there at the front page, episode 99, Game Boy Color, David. But
Have you been drinking too much of the bubbly?
I'm saying, man, not a little more than a little bit of that bubbly.
Oh shit! I have to leave that sound. God damn it.
My bubbly button.
Sorry, I'm pulling up the list right now.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Thank you.
Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. No shit.
Yeah, I'm not
Um,
bullshitting you.
Aren't you like
All
the
right.
king?
Yeah.
And you had a very big.
I have
fuck
also
up?
used
Wow.
every goddamn 1999 game. See, because I thought we hadn't used this before because I figured like we wouldn't let it slide because like, oh, it's just Super Mario Brothers again. It's like, but there's enough added. There's new music. I was prepared to have that fight. I was not prepared for the we've used this game fight.
Yeah. Didn't see that one coming, baby. Well, yeah, man. Wow, what a pick. So, David, tell us all about Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. This is the part where I edited in everything you said
Oh my
72
God.
episodes ago.
You should totally do that. That'd be great.
We're moving on. No, I'm kidding. We're not. We got to figure out what we're doing tonight.
I ain't even mad. I will accept the disqualification from this episode, remove my bonus tunes. I have no chance. And I would like to take this opportunity to say that I have now officially used every possible game from 1999.
Ay. Wow.
No, Super Mario Brothers Deluxe is really cool. It's a very good port of a game. They added a shit ton of stuff. Being on the Game Boy, it shrinks the screen, which kind of sucks. Like, you have to use the D-pad to, like, scroll the screen to see above and in front of you. That sucks. But the additional modes, there's a multiplayer mode. There's a mode where you can race Boo through like obstacle courses. There's a challenge mode where you have to collect red coins and like a hidden Yoshi egg. Like there's a lot of cool stuff added to this game. And I don't remember if they added the lost levels or if they just added like extra worlds based off the lost levels, but not so hard. But yeah, there's a whole like second campaign to this game. Mario Deluxe is a really cool game.
Now, you say they added a multiplayer mode, but Mario Brothers had a multiplayer mode, right? Like, or is this some kind of new multiplayer mode?
No, I mean, it's like simultaneous. You can play together, not like, okay, it's your turn.
Oh, not watch somebody beat the game and then you get to play.
Yeah.
Multiplayer, quote unquote.
So that was always my favorite, is to be player one and then just beat the game.
Yeah, and then leave. And,
It's like, all right, you get to play now. Bye, I'm done.
Take your Nintendo home with you.
I'm left holding my Luigi.
It really sucks when like somebody finishes the game, they get to the final browser, they save the princess, and then it's like, all right, Luigi, World 1-1, go. Like, oh, like this sucks.
Have at it, pal.
Yeah. I'm gonna go make a sandwich. Have fun.
Yeah. Hope you were taking notes, bitch.
That was a good 10 minutes. I'll see you later.
They need to make a Mario, like a Super Mario, where you're playing it and you can burn your path as you go, so that the next guy can't use the same path. So if you beat it on the first try, like it burns the vines. And
Oh my god!
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the whole level, like the whole first level. You're fucked because there's only one path on that level.
Yeah.
no. Yeah, just anything you step on or like use to.
So like he can't use the same warp pipe that you use, that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, deeply
It's
complicated.
Like gated off, or you go to hit the block to get the vine to like the coin heaven and everything, and just nothing happens.
That seems like a hack that should happen, which seems like that would be incorporated into like a future like new Super Mario Brothers multiplayer game or something. But anyway,
New Super Mario Brothers Fuck You edition.
Exactly.
Oh, so Mario Maker?
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
I was all ready to talk about like how cool this game was and like what a novelty it was to be able to play Super Mario Brothers on the go, and like how this was way before the Switch era, and like, oh, it's amazing, like it's an NES game anywhere, and like, no, I'm so caught off guard.
We already heard about that, David. Tell us something we don't know. I love it.
I mean, I remember this coming out, and at the time, that guy on the internet, Ben Heck, was busy like building portable consoles, portable versions of home consoles. So it's like, I could just build a portable NES and just do that. I just got to get a portable TV and rip it out and put a whole NES in there. Like, very, very not practical.
Have fun.
Like, yeah, this cost me $500, so I can play 15-year-old games on the go.
Hell yeah.
I remember it being very interesting because in the original game, Luigi wore a green shirt with white overalls, but in this game, he wears, I think, a brown shirt with green overalls. They like,
whoa,
yeah, they like change his visuals and everything because you can play as Luigi. He plays exactly the same as Mario, but you can play as Luigi.
Yep.
Huh.
Johnny, I've got a replacement game uploading. Download it now. Let's move on.
Okay.
Game 3.
All right, so this game is our fan request from Wild Arms fan, and so this game features over 100 recruitable characters. One of which, yeah, one of which their measurements in centimeters are given as 96, 60, 89, and that's in the Japanese release. But when localized, the measurements were changed to 90, 60, 89, reducing her bust size by 6 centimeters.
Oh my god.
Man, I'm a sucker for one of those songs have that little barking sound in them.
I love the little barking sound.
Yeah. It's like, oh, a little dog making video game music.
Bark, bark, bark.
So do you guys have any answers? Let's see, we got we got Johnny with French laugh. And then we got David, and I didn't see John's.
It's the same thing.
Oh, okay, it's David of Suikoden 2, and that is correct. So this is Suikoden 2. It's a PlayStation RPG, and unfortunately, it's a kind of a blind spot for myself.
Shit! I gave it
Yeah.
to you because I thought it wouldn't be a blind spot.
Well, the one thing though, I mean, I can talk about a little bit of it, but the big thing that I remember about Suikoden is more, I guess, along with the first one, but it's not even that game. It's here. Let's listen to the sound clip, Johnny.
Oh, yes.
I can see into your mind. So, you like Suikoden? So, you like Azure Dreams? You like Castlevania, don't you? You enjoy role-playing games. I see that you enjoy Konami games.
And that was
Hell yeah.
legendary Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid.
God, can we get him on the show?
Yeah, that would be
Ooh.
great.
Ugh. Johnny,
Oh.
learn who Psycho Mantis is and
Is
then
it-
assume that role for the remainder of the Game That Tune podcast.
Is it
Like,
Doug
please just-
Stone? Is he got a cameo?
I think we should look it up. I would love a Psycho Mantis cameo.
Man, back when you were playing Metal Gear Solid and he starts reading from your memory card and you didn't know that was going to happen and you're like,
Yep.
what the fuck?
Yeah, I was serious. And I was playing Twin Snakes. I didn't play the original on PlayStation.
Oh, yeah. You
So I
like
had-
Mario Sunshine.
You like Super Smash Brothers? Like, yes, I do.
How do you know?
No.
And then, oh, you
Stay out of
gotta
my shit. Don't look in my other drawer.
I was gonna say it's so weird to hear that clip and not hear Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, yes, Suikoden, of course, made by Konami. So
Yeah.
shout out from Psycho Mantis. But this was a blind spot for me as well because it's PlayStation exclusive RPG. So no, I've not played it. I hear it's one of the best PlayStation
Yeah.
RPGs ever, and
Yet somehow we've just avoided it.
yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. You got to draw me in. I need it either needs to be a Final Fantasy or it needs to have some words in it that are going to draw me in. Like, I don't know, Breath of Fire or fucking shit. I'm struggling on other RPGs of the
Secret
time.
of Mana. You know,
Secret of Mana,
It
yeah.
has mana
Yeah.
in the
The
title.
word mana. Yeah, just put it in there. But yeah, I mean, what's a Suikoden? I for years I thought it was Sweetokin, and it's like, oh wait, no, I've been saying that wrong all these years. God, I must have sounded like a fucking asshole at
Bobble.
Magfest. Yeah, I've been calling it Crandall. Yeah. That is a reaction I've had a number of times regarding Suikoden. It's like, I've been making an idiot of myself.
See, every time I hear the word Suikoden, I immediately think, no, the first 150 Pokemon were the best, and you'll never convince me otherwise.
Oh.
See, and yeah, when he said you can recruit 100 characters, I'm like, oh my god, is it Pokemon? Like, was it Pokemon, Digimon, Suikoden? Like, no, it wasn't. They're not related. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's got fantastic tunes. I just fucking threw this into the radio a couple of weeks ago because somebody had requested it, and I downloaded it. Was like mulling it over, and it's like, yeah, this soundtrack kind of fucks. I should probably just go ahead and put it in. And then it's like, as I backed into this 1999 theme, it's like, oh, cool, yeah, Suikoden's already in the stream. Call that the request. I'll see what Jesse thinks about it. But yeah, damn, man, I thought for sure you had played this. You're Mr. PSRPG.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I know there's a lot of political intrigue,
I like
which
it.
I'm not too fond of. I like more, weird magic and stuff like that.
Right.
But the battle system seemed pretty cool from what I did play of it and I've seen of it. The sprites are really cool looking. Like, this was a really good example of like why you could still make really good 2D RPGs. Like Final Fantasy VIII had come out, and that's all polygons and stuff. And here's Suikoden 2 is out, and it's like, hey, look, we got these cool sprites that look just as good as that 3D bullshit.
Yeah, no, I love the 32-bit era sprites are so fucking nice. Like this and like the Grandia sprites.
Oh yeah,
God, they're fucking great sprites. Even though the Legend of Mana sprites too, all just fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can act like an actual video game music pod and pay tribute to the fucking composer if we want, Miki Higashino.
Oh yeah, badass.
Fucking what a Konami discography Miki Higashino's got. They started with Gradius, Salamander, Life Force, all pretty much same game.
Yeah.
But maybe a game we've all heard of and played. 1989's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hell yeah.
Oh, for a second I thought you were going to go with Contra 3: The Alien Wars.
That's the next one on the list. Contra 3, motherfucking Turtle Tournament Fighters. It's not an immense video game discography, but a hell of a good one. So
I mean, there was a long period of time where if there was Konami in front of the title, then it was going to have a banging soundtrack for sure.
Yeah, no question. But just given how many Konami games there were and how few games that Miki Higashino worked on, I'm like, oh well, they must have fucking had a stable of competent fucking composers. So yeah, we should know these things by now, but it's fine. Come on, you think this is really a video game music podcast? No. But yeah, it's a great fucking soundtrack. No, we forget to shout out the composers all the time. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like at some point, back in episode 80, I was like, we should really shout out some composers, and then that lasted for that episode, and it's like, oh yeah, that was work. No, I'd rather just goof off and have fun.
I mean, there's tons of podcasts that do that, so it's not like we're, you do really good.
We have our own flavor.
I'm saying, man, the video game music cultivates an interesting conversation, a goofy conversation, a fun comedic, just nonsense riff. We just instead of talking calmly about the games that we loved as children and how the soundtracks give us chills. No, we fucking we forget to shout out the composers because we get lost talking about George Lucas slamming his dick in a microwave. That's just gave that tune, baby. So,
but on the occasion we do, bring up the actual composer's name, you know they're that fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying about fucking Mickey Yoshino. Just by doing fucking, Gradius and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Suikoden, it's like, yeah, that they get a shout out. Shout out
We
to
just
you.
have high standards. That's it.
Exactly. We can't just go mentioning every, Tom, Dick, and Howard Drosen that comes across the podcast. Like, come on, that's absurd.
This is the most
That'd be
meta
an
we've ever
interesting
gotten.
That'd be an interesting post-show discussion. Is game that tunes Mount Rushmore.
I mean, it's all there in that stat sheet that you probably should have looked at when you picked Super Mario Brothers Deluxe for the show. I keep account of how many times we've used composers, so we can quantify a Mount Rushmore. And I can say for certain 2 entries on it: Shimamura and Kondo, baby. After that, I'm not sure. We'd have to really take in the data. So it's
Be good for our GTT trading cards.
That's what I'm saying. Oh God, can we get Yoko Shimamura to do a trading card shoot, like in a baseball uniform for Game That Tune? Like, excuse me, sweet middle-aged Japanese woman, would you mind doing something insane?
Of course.
Yeah.
So why the baseball uniform? Just do it.
Well, 1, it's a trading card, and 2, Japanese people fucking like baseball.
It could be like a comic book pose. Like there was those sweet Marvel cards,
Oh hell yeah!
That's what we do for Koji Kondo. Shimamura is in her baseball uniform with a bat. Koji Kondo is in Iron Man armor doing the hero landing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got I can bust the Marvel poster out, except it's hanging in my son's room and I don't want to wake him up. But we can get like the 1992. We can do Yoko Shimamura in the Rogue pose, like tits out, and then just
Episode title.
Koji Kondo bursting through the fucking card like Wolverine.
So are we gonna recast the Avengers with video game composers?
Yeah, fuck a Mount Rushmore, man. GTT Infinity War. That's what we need to do. We're gonna cast the movie.
I don't know what would be more awkward, going up to this sweet, quiet, middle-aged Asian woman and saying, "Can you put on this baseball uniform and pose for this picture, or will you arch your back and thrust your tips out so we can take a picture?"
Keep arching. Arch it a little more.
There we go.
Can we put a gray streak in that wig? Okay, cool.
There it is. That's the money shot, Yoko.
Oh God. Oh.
Rogo Shimamura.
Game.
Whoa, yes.
Game 4.
Sorry.
It only works if you play the music.
Can't move us on.
played. For this game, there's a special mode in the game called Olympic mode. And in this mode, there's like little mini games, like blasting Martians and like an FPS style, or helping Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins hop pits to like get treasure. There's also like time attack, first strike, and survival events. How you guys feeling?
Pretty excellent, my man.
Okay, show me your answers.
Wait, hang on.
That's a smashing hint.
Okay, I guess Johnny says SNK versus Capcom. Everyone says SNK versus Capcom, and that's pretty much correct. It's SNK versus Capcom Match of the Millennium on the Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Man, it has been entirely too long since we featured a game from the Neo Geo Pocket Color.
It sure has.
That's why I couldn't find anything for Game Boy Color. Okay.
Yeah. It's funny. I picked this for a few reasons. One, Terry Bogard is in it, and he's going to be in Smash for some reason, and I'm so happy. Two.
Oh, hold on. I had a sound for that.
Oh yeah.
Smashing.
Oh, good job. Then
I'll come back to your first point later, but please continue.
Also, the Neo Geo Pocket Color came out in 1999. Also, and it's similar to the Dreamcast. It burned out too bright too fast. It got canceled like in 2001 as well. And it's really a shame because that little handheld is badass. Like, it had a little joystick. I know I've said this whenever I played Sonic Adventure or Sonic whatever it was, which is crazy. There was a Sonic game on this thing. But
I was going to say, can you answer the trivia question? The Game That Tune trivia question of the previous Neo Geo Pocket Color game that we've used on the show, and what episode it was from.
Sonic the
I don't
Hedgehog
remember.
Pocket Adventure.
Yeah.
That's correct, Johnny.
I'm going to guess GTT 99.
Oh, that's you're way off, man.
Aw.
Much earlier than that.
it's probably one of our first handheld episode, but I don't remember
It was
the number.
Episode 4.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Oh, we have
Episode
not-
4. The theme was chiptunes,
Oh,
and you
wow.
picked Sonic Pocket Adventure for Neo Geo Pocket Color, blowing my goddamn mind that this even existed. That Neo Geo Pocket Color missed me entirely.
Yeah, I didn't get it until like 2012 or something. Like so I didn't fucking realize that this thing existed, and I wish I had, because this system was awesome. For one, like up against a Game Boy Advanced, or I guess it was going up against the Game Boy Color at the time, but the screen, it wasn't backlit. However, I feel like the Neo Geo Pocket Color was still brighter. Like, just something about it. Like, if you played them side by side, you did not have to tilt the Neo Geo Pocket Color as much in the sunlight, like, with the Game Boys.
Just a brighter color palette, or just
I
like...
guess so. Like, it just for whatever reason, the screen was clearer.
Better
I don't
contrast.
Yeah, I'm not sure what their magic was, but
Yeah.
also it had like this little like joystick, and it made like this awesome clicky sound when you moved it around, and then the battery life on it was really good. Like you could play like 40 hours nonstop.
That's fucking
That's
crazy.
pretty sweet.
And but this game, SNK versus Capcom Match of the Millennium, it's for me, it's probably one of my favorite fighting games because like for one, I grew up. I did have a Game Gear, and I played Mortal Kombat on it, and that sucked. And like, so we all, I think we remember if you played a fighting game on a handheld, they weren't that great. But this game is so much fun. Like it feels like a real, actual fighting game.
I was gonna say, how easy was it to link and play another person in a fighting game? Because that was usually the reason for me that a fighting game sucked on a handheld.
Well, I think you just needed a link cable. But
okay, word.
But as far as just playing the computer and the combos and the moves and the sprites, like the sprites look really cool. They're like kind of like super deformed.
Oh yeah, they're like chibi SNK and Capcom characters, right?
They got like big fat heads and like funny arms and stuff.
They're South Park characters.
A little bit. there was a game that came out on Switch recently. I think it was called like Pocket Fighters or something.
I was gonna say it's like Pocket Fighter was like based on the art style of this game.
I need to remember to look into that game. That game looked fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, the problem was like that game looked super awesome and was going to be a Switch launch title, and then it ended up coming out like 6 months later. Or no, it came out significantly later after other fighting games came out for Switch, so everyone kind of completely forgot about it.
Yep, that happens.
Yeah, so like one thing that was like there was like 26 characters in this and a bunch of like 8 hidden characters. Like there's a really good roster.
Nice.
Let's see. Everyone has like a rival. So when you do like the story mode, eventually that character's rival shows up and fights you. Then in the end, you fight Geese and Bison back to back, and that is fucking hard because they cheese. Fucking Bison does that. Bison does that fucking like slidey kick thing he does all the fucking time.
God, can you imagine if they did like some kind of like later on, like I'm trying to think, I guess that was more a Marvel versus Capcom thing where like they would fuse characters together. But imagine if Geese and M. Bison fused together to become like M. Geese or Geese Bison. And just how fucking terrible that fight would be. Like M. Bison, but he also shoots floor fireballs and he can parry everything. Like Jesus God, no. Evilest character of all time, though. If
that
those
would
two
be
fused, so goddamn evil.
God, I can't even imagine. Fuck.
I love both of them. They're terrible, terrible evil characters.
And you can play as Geese Howard's son in Garu Mark of the Wolves. Plays Rock Howard.
Right? Yeah, I
always
forget the Geese even has a son, and it's like, wait a minute, look at the man. He fucks. Of course, he's got a son.
I loved in the Smash thing with Geese, and you thought it was going to be him, and he like fell out of the window.
Good. Should we do a brief discussion now, just of that Smash reveal? Because that was a thing of beauty, man. Like,
it was.
I was going to say, to come back to Jesse, your first point. Terry Bogard and Smash for some reason. I believe the reason is because SNK is a massive player in fighting games. Terry Bogard is awesome, and apparently Masahiro Sakurai is a huge Fatal Fury fan.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, like from what I heard, like he really got into that, and that's what got him into fighting games and made him want to make his own fighting game, and that kind of like inspired Smash. So like everybody always talks about how he always like Sakurai does a really good job of putting in those details and like making every character seem like that character, like. But he has passion behind Fatal Fury, so Terry's gonna play fucking awesome.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
It's gonna be so cool, man. I love the seeing the weird stuff from people I follow who are more in the FGC, and how apparently Smash fans are like, oh my god, fuck Terry, who even is this guy? It's like, okay, man, come on, no. show some respect. Like,
I know.
Goddamn Terry Bogard.
He's the best. He's the best Ryu of any fighting game.
But yeah, that trailer where it's the Neo Geo, like there were so many psych outs going on in that fucking trailer, that reveal. They had, I guess, leaked somehow, like the SNK name showed up on a website saying like copyright Nintendo and SNK, and everybody's like, oh shit, got some SNK shit coming. Somebody else leaked some nonsense about the next character being revealed being a female that no one's expecting. So then everybody starts speculating on female SNK characters. Then the trailer finally starts going. They go the Nintendo timeline and show add the little Neo Geo off to the side. And then it literally like the Smash invitation goes, in and out of the hands of like every SNK character. And then finally just gets picked up by Terry. It's like, of course it's Terry.
Well, and I love the fact that like when that supposed leak about, oh, it's a female unexpected character, a lot of people, and I can't think of her name. There's a girl from, I think, Samurai Showdown. It's like, oh yeah, it's going to be her. She's going to be it. She's in the trailer, like reaching for the invitation and misses it. So it's like, oh my God, it absolutely, wait, who's it going to?
Yeah, and Geese like falls out a goddamn window. It's like, yeah, this is good shit, man.
Not to mention Kirby with the fucking Terry Bogard hat. Come on.
Oh, I can't wait, man. Maybe they thought Terry Bogard was a girl because Terry can be a woman or a man's name, and Terry Bogard has a fantastic ponytail. Maybe that was the confusion.
I was gonna say, all I hope is that because Terry Bogard was in that SNK like female fighter they put out on Switch, like they made a female version. I hope Lady Terry is an alternate costume. So bad.
They really should do that. There's so many characters in Smash that you can switch between a male and a female version, or there's just no definable gender. So yeah, you need girl Terry. Like, bad. That'd be fucking great. But anyway, Jesse, who's your favorite character in Neo Geo Pocket Color SNK versus Capcom?
Obviously Terry, but I also like to play as Yori. I think he's pretty cool. He's got these weird moves where he bites people and stuff. It's funny.
Right.
And I don't understand why he has got his legs tied together, but it seems to work for him, so whatever.
Yep.
But there was this really cool mode in this game too called the Olympic mode, where you got to play these weird, like there was the regular, time attack or survival. Then there was a mode that it was one hit kill, so you just got to get the first hit. And that mode is super cool. Then there's like some weird mini games where like you have to shoot like metal slug aliens, but the sprites kind of just look like boobs inside of a flying saucer. So that's always fun.
I'm cool with it.
There's a part where you have to be the I would have known his name earlier. He's one of the samurai guys from Samurai Showdown, not the main one, but he's like the older dude. What was that?
Mitsurugi?
No, that's from Soul Calibur.
Let me think. Is it Haomaru?
Not that one.
Nope, I got nothing.
He's like one of the traditional looking samurai dudes. But you got to play as him and like slice like through targets when they pop up. Then there's that weird one where you play as Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins. And
is Arthur even playable in like the rest of the game? Like Arthur didn't become a character until Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in fighting games. Like,
yeah, I don't think you actually get to play as him in the fighting game, but you just help him in the that weird Olympic mini game. It's pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, I think he had two swords.
It's such a cool fucking game, man.
Yeah, it's good.
It is a shame, man. Neo Geo Pocket Color seems like, is it fair to call it like the Dreamcast of handhelds? Like it came out and had like, some nice touches, fucking like had a joystick, had a nicer display and just, I don't know, didn't succeed. Game Boy Color continued to do what Game Boy does. And then the Game Boy Advance came along and ate everybody's lunch. Exactly. Yeah. What's the Neo Geo version of Pokemon? Without Pokemon, how do you sell a handheld?
They have one where you go and collect robots and fight robots.
I mean, that's pretty.
I forget what it's called, but they did have their own. go capture a bunch of these things and fight them game. So
Okay, cool. Well then, yeah, let's
what?
bring it back, man. Let's go capture a fucking go capture a robot. And in the meantime, Jesse, anything else on SNK versus Capcom? Mark of the Millennium or Fight of the Millennium, whatever
Match
the
of the
Millennium is.
Millennium.
Yes,
No.
Match of the Millennium.
No, it's
Anything
great.
else?
You can check it out.
Hell yeah.
I did a
And,
video about it too. So
yeah, I was gonna say, check out Jesse's video series, I Am Terrible At, where he plays fucking classic games in an attempt to be great at them, but usually does not succeed in various fun ways. So check us out, youtube.com/GameThatTune for Jesse's I Am Terrible At SNK versus Capcom video. And Johnny, let's keep it going, man.
Game 5.
All right, guys. So, a crossover between this game and House of the Dead was announced as in development for the Wii U and 3DS in 2012. It was quickly revealed to be an April Fool's joke. That is some raucous fucking music, and I love it. How's
Just to
everybody
say,
feeling?
Seriously? In this game?
Yeah. Johnny, how you doing, man?
Oh God, I don't know.
All right, so John Regan says Power Stone.
Small one.
Jesse says NFL 2K.
Okay, an average size.
And David has the correct answer of Sega Bass Fishing.
Oh, a big one.
Yeah.
What was that last track though?
That's the sound when a fish is on the hook in Sega Bass Fishing.
Oh man, that is intense. That gets you.
It's so fucking dope.
It wakes you up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, I am fishing. Holy shit. Oh, the guys from Anthrax are here. Jesus Christ. Scotty is in the boat, like, reel that motherfucker in right now.
God, I would love an Anthrax fishing game.
Sega Anthrax Fishing would be so good.
Play as your favorite member of Anthrax and go fishing.
Oh, dude, a 90s metal, like, fucking fishing game. Like, you can play as Anthrax, Static X, Cold Chamber, fucking
Now
Fear
the question
Factory.
yeah, Fear Factory.
Are you playing as the bands catching fish, or
Yes.
is you playing as like some guy trying to catch band members?
No, it's the
like
whole
crowd
band in a
fishing.
it's
In
the
a
whole
boat.
band in a boat going fishing. Yeah, like
And
corn.
sometimes you run into other metal
Oh.
groups on other boats. Hey, look, Pantera.
That's the thing. You're all trying to
Dimebag.
catch, you're all trying to catch the most fish. So as you're fishing, you can also ram into other boats to flip them over.
Yeah, you could set off a bunch of pyrotechnics to kill the other bands. Yeah, too soon.
God, I would
yeah,
play
but
the shit out of a corn fishing game. Like,
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I just want to go.
fish on a leash.
was Slipknot around in 1999?
Yes,
Psycho Circus.
hell yeah, they were.
I'm sorry. I'm going to go back for a second. When John said too soon, did a band kill another band with pyrotechnics? Did I miss this?
but
Not yet.
Great White famously killed themselves and a lot of concert goers with pyrotechnics.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great
but
White,
no,
which is also the name of a shark. that you
bingo.
can catch
That's
in a
yeah. See,
fishing
that's why
game.
I wasn't even going to utter their name because it's too good for a fishing game. Great White Fishing.
They're the final boss, obviously.
Now,
Oh my
I assume
Fireworks are going off. Like, I got a fish here. Jesus Christ! This
How the
game.
fuck am I supposed to catch anything? They scared everything away.
Everyone's dead.
too soon. So,
Indeed.
I assume you could play this game with a Sega Bass Fishing controller, right?
John, this was going to be the part where I say to you, hey, Johnny, you're like Johnny Sega Man Dreamcast. Did you have a Sega fishing controller? Like,
I did not. I never got
God
one.
damn it.
I would
Ah.
and, like I'm kicking myself because I remember going to like the used game store, GameStop or whatever, and of course like you look on the wall, what are there tons of? That goddamn fishing controller just stacks and stacks
Yeah.
and stacks, and they're like $2-3. I don't know why I didn't buy 4 of them, and like invite people over and make them all play Bomberman, but with the fishing controller.
Oh
See,
my
yeah,
God,
I
that'd
don't
be
know
fun.
how much the fishing controller retailed for originally, but I do know that it wasn't bundled with the game, which is very funny. Like, you could buy Sega Bass Fishing. Cool. Do you want this fancy lure controller? Yes. Cool. That's extra. Not a bundle. Same thing with the Samba de Amigo maracas. You know how fucking expensive those maracas were? Very expensive.
They still
Wait,
are.
they-
Jeez.
The Samba de Amigo maracas weren't packaged with the game?
They have to have been, but from what I've heard, like the retail on like replacement maracas was like insane. Like, it was like some $100 insane motion controls for Samba de Amigo. But then again, see, I wasn't a Dreamcast guy. I chose this because of the metal music. The Samba de Amigo maracas might have been optional. Maybe you played that game originally with twin sticks. I don't know.
No, no,
That'd be insane.
you really need those maracas.
Fuck yeah, dude.
See, for a second, I thought I got confused when you were talking about the maracas. I thought you were still talking about Sega bass fishing. It's like, I want to play a fishing game with maracas.
Plus,
Exactly. I'm just in the boat. Shake, shake, shake.
gonna push my glasses up here. The Dreamcast didn't have twin sticks; it only had the one stick.
See, I'm so not a Dreamcast guy. I don't know that shit.
I just assumed you meant
Fuck
that
you,
you would
John.
plug two controllers in and do it that way. Like,
Oh
Like
yeah,
how
you
you
do it.
play,
You do it Sakurai Smash Brothers presentation style. You use two controllers against yourself. No,
See, I was working under the impression that the VMU had a joystick with it. So that's where
Oh
the
my
second
God.
stick came in.
oh God help me. That VMU. That's really what it was. That was where the second control thing came in. But no, Sega Bass Fishing was, playable with that controller, but apparently not bundled with it. And I was always, confused by it because I don't know. I don't know how you've got a Dreamcast controller, and what do you have to do to that controller to turn it from a controller you hold with your two hands into a fishing rod? Like, does the reel do the stick? I mean, like, there's questions involved in that fishing controller that I don't want answered, quite frankly. I'm better off not knowing.
No, just go on YouTube and look up people playing other games with a fishing controller. There's a guy who plays Soul Calibur with a fishing controller,
Dope.
and he's quite good with it.
Yep. But yeah, man, the game was it was released in arcades in 97 and ported to the Dreamcast in 99. So, it makes more sense as an arcade game because it's like, okay, here's a fucking arcade thing with a fishing rod attached to it. That's the only thing it does. But like for a fishing controller to then like actually apply somehow to other games, it's like, now wait, what? What do these things mean? Like,
Well, there's other fishing games.
so if I slack out the line a little bit, that does like Voldo's fucking super attack. I'm lost here. This shit's all fucked up. But yeah, I mean, it looks fun. And again, I'm not a Dreamcast guy. I picked this because again, that last song plays when a fish bites your line. So you're having a nice game of bass fishing, and then a fucking fish bites your line, and it's just like, okay, so you're saying I need to wake up and reel in this fish? Like,
Yeah.
I wish that happened in real life when I go fishing. Like,
That's why you need to go fishing with Anthrax.
Yeah, you can make that happen, John.
yeah, I keep going fishing with fucking dumbass Kenny. No, I fucking should be fishing with Anthrax. They'd be waking my ass up. Fucking catching a boat out of Mexico Beach to fish with fucking my father-in-law. No, he doesn't play metal. He's just a guy from Tallahassee. Like,
I'm just imagining like a Mad Max Fury Road situation where people are going out fishing on boats with giant elaborate stages built on and flaming
That sounds
guitars.
amazing.
oh man,
I was
It's like
imagining.
if Waterworld was good.
I was
Mad Bass Fishing Road. That sounds fucking great.
I'm just imagining a world where all these bands start signing these contracts to go on fishing trip retainers. They're-
Fuck yeah. Yeah. He's got one on the line. It's like, man, scared the rest of the fish away though. Shit. This isn't really very cool.
well, no, yeah.
And
It's like,
these 70-year-old men that are going fishing for red snapper in Florida, they really hate this music, but we got them on retainer.
well, it's really kind of it's a power move because you show up. It's all about you just got to catch the first fish. You have the band play. Rest of the fish get scared away. You win the whole tournament.
Let's turn this boat around.
We're done.
Goodbye. But yeah, no, the music's fantastic. The game seems like arcadey fishing fun. It's like that thing that so many games thought, hey, it would be a fun mini game is if Link could go fishing.
Oh, yeah.
Sega thought, hey, what if we made a whole fucking game about that? And, yeah, they did it and made a special controller for it. So yeah, it's pretty fun. And it's got
what they should have done is added some fishing mini games to more games like the cat.
every
mode.
level of this should have become a fishing mini game in another Dreamcast game.
And the fishing mini game can only be played with this controller. That's how you move.
Exactly.
Those controllers. Like, do you want to
You
get
gotta
that?
set down the fucking Dreamcast controller, pick up your rod for Big of Cat's fishing thing. Like,
Yeah, you can't beat Sonic Adventure because you can't beat Big's game without buying this controller.
You know what they say about Big the cat?
He's got a big rod.
Super big.
He's a big cat. No, that's also the thing about Sega bass fishing that I latched onto is it has an utterly fantastic Japanese Italian announcing man. I'm not really clear on what we've got here, but I love the voice of the announcer in Sega bass fishing. He just makes me so happy.
Enjoy your fishing. Select an area, large area, cape area, inlet area, secret point. Select the lure. Select the casting point.
Select the casting point. Like, I don't understand what accent this is. Like, it's a weird filter they got.
Van Damme's accent from Street Fighter the movie.
See, that's it. That's what it is.
We're going to kick this fish's ass so hard.
I'm going to take my boat, go upriver, do some fishing,
Go
and
to
then
large
kick that
area.
son of a bitch ass.
That's totally what it is. Until
No
that's
wonder
not
you
what
like it so much.
It totally goes like Christopher Walken after a while. Hold on, let me see. I had another one.
Lower the rod. Pull up the rod. Good job.
Oh my God, I know who it is. It's Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, it is Tommy.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Be careful with the tension. Be careful. You're almost there. Lower the rod. Pull up the rod. Good job.
I did not catch her. No, I did not.
Oh, hi,
fish.
Now let me invite you in for champagne.
Yes. See, that's I latched on to Continental Walken, but Tommy Wiseau is so much better. Oh Jesus!
Nice
I just
fishy.
I gotta burn off all these other fucking fish clips. Fucking so there's like the voice. I couldn't tell if it's the announcer or the male avatar in the game when you're fishing.
A big one's close by. It's coming near. Bite it. Come on.
Oh,
It's gone. Hook it. Bite. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah. Fish.
God.
So
they need to remake this game with James Franco as the announcer.
Oh my God.
they really do.
Just doing his
By the
Tommy
way,
Wiseau impression.
Yeah.
I'm just adding the utterance of fish to the soundboard. So
Yes.
Fish.
that's it's good. No, there anytime we talk about fishing.
Fish.
I was gonna say, like those last couple sound clips that sound really excited really sound like Jean-Claude Van Damme playing a used car salesman.
Oh, this one's bite it. And I guess at some point, maybe in this one or the Wii remake, I couldn't tell in my research where you get a female avatar, but she also has some good sounds.
Oh, miss. No. Yeah. Oh. Fish.
Fish.
That sounds like the same guy just talking as a girl.
It might be.
They just changed the tone.
I was gonna say, like, it sounds like they just pitched him up a little bit.
All right, Hoshi, just try and be a girl. No, you don't have to pull the nipples out on your shirt. Come on. Be cool. Be cool.
No,
It's
stop.
voiceover. Nobody's gonna see it.
Yeah, stop arching your back, man. You don't have to do that.
You don't have to do the rogue pose. But yeah, man, it's a fucking awesome game. It's a arcade fishing game with a crazy announcer with fucking shred metal. Like, it's just delightful. And it's led me to have all these other things ready for anytime we need sound. So like if you guys are taking too long on your answers for this next game or any game in the future, you know what you're gonna hear?
Time's up. Come on.
Sounds
It's
good.
insane. I mean, the come on. And of course, we talk about dicks a lot on this show. So yeah, we do. Between super big and this sound,
This one's huge.
it's
There you go.
there's a gorilla wearing a tie here.
This one's huge.
It's bound to come up.
I don't think I can lift it.
Yeah. How do you think I can even lift that?
Fish.
So-
I don't think he's saying fish.
And yeah, I was also thinking we just replace the computer with like the announcer for when we're changing games, but we don't have to.
First stage.
No, we don't have to do that. But Johnny, if there's nothing else on Sega Bass Fishing, your favorite Dreamcast game controlled with your favorite controller, then I think it's time to move on to our
final stage.
Oh, fuck it.
What?
Fish!
Lamy, I'm so proud of you. If it was a guitar, you would hold it.
Huh? What do you mean?
You did it!
Thanks! Rock and roll!
Should be starting right now. Oh my God, Johnny's dead.
Wow.
Doesn't he normally get trivia?
Yeah, I fell asleep at the wheel there.
Wow.
So trivia for this game. This game featured notable censorship. For example, in Stage 5, lyrics that implied deforestation and illegal logging had to be changed to tone down the song, whereas Stage 6 was altered because the original Japanese version featured the main character slipping on a banana peel, breaking their neck, dying, and winding up in hell. Johnny, prep that hat trick button.
Get it ready. Damn it!
What the fuck?
No, Johnny, you don't get to fuck this up. Jesse says Jammer Lammy. John says Jammer Lammy, and John Regan meant to write Jammer Lammy.
Johnny's too tired. Yes.
I swear to God, I heard Isaac Hayes at the end of that second track.
No, I believe who you heard was actually Sarah Ramirez, the notable Mexican-American singer, songwriter, and actress who played Jammer Lammy.
No, the other
That's
voice.
her, all right.
There were two voices.
Pretty sure it was Isaac
and
Hayes.
one of them was Isaac Hayes, but not that one.
I got nothing on that. I can't even connect those two. Yeah.
I don't know. Was Isaac Hayes ever on Grey's Anatomy?
Do we need to remake Unjammer Lammy or remake Shaft with Unjammer Lammy characters? Is that what John's saying?
No, hold on. Hear me out here.
so.
Hold on. I'm not crazy.
Who is the lamb that can jam?
Hallelujah! You did it!
Thanks! Rock and roll!
Is that not Isaac Hayes?
No, that is Sarah Ramirez.
I mean, realistically, it's not Isaac Hayes. Isaac Hayes was only a fucking voice actor for South Park. Yeah. If I was guessing, nope, I got no guesses. No, Isaac Hayes is not in the cast list for this game. If that makes you feel any better, John.
It does.
Could have gone under a pseudonym.
It's
really going all in on this Isaac Hayes.
It's clearly an uncredited cameo.
Rest in peace, Isaac Hayes.
Maybe it's
but
just
anyway,
another like black singer, and you just assume that they all sound alike.
Yeah, man, are you saying all black people are Isaac Hayes? Because we're way past that time in culture.
No,
man.
okay. Let's just talk
You
about this
fucked up,
game.
Johnny.
You want us to corner you, motherfucker? I know you're sleepy and you're not ready to defend your fucking weird racial generalizations. Anyway, Unjammer Lammy, David, did you pick Super Mario Brothers Deluxe just so you could end the show with Unjammer Lammy?
Yeah, see, it was an elaborate hoax. Like, you thought that I wasn't paying attention to the games chosen. Oh no, I knew that I had chosen Super Mario Deluxe. I just wanted to surprise you all with Jammer Lammy. Because, man, did I put some time into Jammer Lammy. This is a PlayStation 1 rhythm game classic. It has my name written
but
all over it.
Not the most popular PlayStation 1 rhythm game classic. Not nearly as popular as its predecessor.
Well, and what I find funny is it's kind of like a pseudo spin-off of the Parappa the Rapper series. It's like a follow-up, but it has its own identity. You play as a lamb with a guitar as opposed to a dog with a microphone. But what I find is interesting, and I haven't done this myself because I've played this game so many times I don't need to. But if you look up Jammer Lammy on Wikipedia, if you look at the gameplay section, it redirects you to an article titled Gameplay in Parappa the Rapper.
So what are you saying, man?
So yeah, it's Parappa the Rapper, the like pseudo sequel.
You're not saying that Nana and Shah would do a cheap reskin of their popular game, would you? Like,
no, of course not. I would never say that. They were
because you couldn't do it cheaply because Parappa the Rapper was so lovingly animated. There's no way you could do a cheap reskin of it and release it with a couple of different tracks,
and
including
he's a dog,
an opening
not a
track.
lamb.
Including an opening track in which you play alongside a Master Onion. Like, there's no way you could do it. It's just impossible to reskin and replicate this game.
Yeah, this was 1,000% not an attempt by a company to say, hey, this game went really well. How can we make another one super fast?
Yeah, hold on. Let me go to the dry erase board and come up with a sequel. Wait. Okay, done. You guys program that lamb. I'll be in my office.
Because I mean, to be fair, Parappa the Rapper came out in November of 1997. This game came out in August of 1999. That's enough time to completely develop an entire brand new game. Like,
yeah, please, yeah, totally, yeah.
Frankly, what he did,
if anything, Wikipedia is guilty of cutting corners because there should be a full section, a full article rather, on the gameplay of Jammer Lammy instead of Parappa the Rapper. That's what it is. Wikipedia, lazy fucks that they are.
What they did was they just renamed it Jammer Lammy.
Yeah,
they named it. It was .rap and they changed it to .lamb or .jam. Sure, that's all you got to do. They took Parappa to the stylist and gave it. They took off the hat and gave it bangs, and that's pretty much it. It's
one short montage later, you got a new game.
So you know how Parappa has those like dog ears that hang down? Like, what if we just lifted them up to make lamb ears?
I would love a Rocky-style montage of a bunch of Japanese developers like feverishly trying to change a drawing of a dog to a lamb. It's like, oh man, how do we do this?
It's just like,
but obviously it's still set to, still set to Eye of the Tiger.
Hell yeah!
What's that movie where the girl just takes off her glasses and gets hot? Is that? It's just it's like those teen.
I believe that's like every teen movie from 1992 to 1999.
Yeah,
which makes me think Johnny is referencing not another teen movie.
Clueless.
No, Clueless. She was already hot. She never learned a lesson. The lesson in Clueless was step sibling porn.
And Paul Rudd.
But, yeah, I mean, I would have fucked Paul Rudd if he had, if his father had married my mother. I mean, come on. But no.
What do you mean you would have fucked Paul Rudd? I would fuck Paul Rudd today if he came asking.
Yeah, well, yes, but you got to frame it in the step sibling thing, man. It's
that's how you get those hits.
Paul Rudd's parents to marry my parents, but anyway.
I mean, not really.
Yeah, no, but it is.
It's if I can go on a brief tangent, it's so weird to go on Netflix and rewatch Parks and Rec because I sit there and look at it. It's like, you're fucking Ant-Man. Why are you running for city council?
Yep.
Oh, he's so funny. Oh, I
That's how I
love him.
feel. Yeah, I'm against crime, and I'm not afraid to say it. But Jammer Lammy. It's Parappa with a guitar, right?
Yes.
Johnny hit that calculating computer.
Oh man.
We mean it, John.
Like that's pretty much the game.
Yeah,
Johnny
yeah,
calculating computer.
He's asleep
too
right
much
now.
Bubbly.
Calculating
Take off those
computer
glasses. He's asleep
activated.
already.
Computers. Beeps.
George Lucas slamming his dick in a
Scoring complete. This game's winner is...
You pointing at you, John?
Yeah.
Okay.
This game's winner is... John Harrington.
Yeah, that's right. John Harrington, back-to-back wins. David was disqualified from the show, and you still pressed his win jingle for some reason,
Because you're
John.
not allowed to win twice.
Because I'm the goddamn king.
I love that you don't follow the typical process of elimination. Like, John can't win back-to-back. David is literally disqualified from this episode. Better give it to David.
Yeah, wait a second. If I actually followed that flow,
You could have given it to yourself.
I'd be winning.
Yes.
Yep, but too late, Johnny. I'm not editing anything else. I've won tonight's episode, so in your goddamn face.
Well, as absurd king, I get to choose the winner by proclamation, and John, I'll allow it. You win this episode.
I was gonna say, going on numbers, I got 5 games right in an episode only featuring 5 games, one of which was picked by me. So I think I have to win at that point. But yeah, what a fucking game. What a crazy night. And this theme, it was great. And I feel really great about it. So I want to do the same theme, but I want to change it just a little bit. David, he was struggling a little bit with that 99 games. So I'm gonna flip a coin his way. I'm gonna give him a +1. We're going to do games from 2000 on next week's episode.
Nice.
So, David, I hope you bought a new system in 2000 and you could maybe pick a game for next week's episode. If not, it's going to be fun for me to edit yet again. But yeah, man, what a theme. What a night. What a fucking fantastic game.
When did the Game Boy Advance come out? 2001?
Collar tug. I'm not giving you 2 coins. We're going from 99 to 2000. I don't want any more 2001 anything. We're done with that year. That year is erased from my memory. That year is just collapsed in on itself. We're done. We're talking games from 2000 on next week's episode of Game That Tune. So thank you everybody so much for listening this week. What a great game. Thanks to everybody checking us out live. We're live every week on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We're in your podcast device the following Wednesdays. Thank you for checking us out there. Thanks to everybody checking out patreon.com/GameThatTune. It's the home for awesome exclusives. Thank you to our Patreon superfan tier producers, Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Perky, XX Chrono XX. You guys are all fantastic fellows, and we appreciate everything you've done for the show. Thank you to our requester, Wild Arms Fan on YouTube. They sent us their request not on YouTube, but actually in our Discord server. Hit us up on Discord or find us on Twitter at GTT. No, find us on Twitter at GameThatTune and hit us with those requests. Hit us at GameThatTune@gmail.com. We love getting requests. So yeah, hit us up. And yeah, you can follow us all individually on Twitter. I'm there at JGangsta187. You can follow John Regan on Twitter at
JP Regan JR.
You can follow David Fleming on Twitter at
DFD Fleming.
And you can follow Jesse Moore on Twitter at
Sega_legend.
And I gotta remember when we're doing these fucking broadcasts to plug the merch. So let me say it as though it's the second thing I would say. Check out our merch store, merch.gamethattune.com. It's the home for awesome Game That Tune insane merchandise. You got your t-shirts, your coffee mugs, your shower curtains, your bath mats,
panties,
ladies' panties.
Yeah, exactly. If you got a special lady in your life and you want to think about us as you pull off her panties, buy her Game That Tune panties, bro. So check out merch.gamethattune.com.
I really don't like how many times we all just said, I'm not even going to say it because I want to add to the pile.
Say panties.
How many times?
Say it.
It's hot.
We all just said panties.
Oh,
so many times.
You sit there and act like panties is a dirty word. Like panties is fine. It's in the dictionary.
Yeah.
It's an article.
Say panties, John.
It's the plural of panty.
There's a lot of words in the dictionary. Like what is that supposed to mean?
There's a few words that I say frequently that aren't in the dictionary, and for good reason. So, John, just say panties.
I did.
Say it again.
No, we've said it too many times. Let's move on.
Say it sexy.
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Say I'm gonna take your GTT panties off with my teeth.
Oh God!
Yeah.
No, why,
John? Are you the fucking prude of Game That Tune? Is that the role we're going with? Say titties.
Titties.
Say it slower.
Titties.
All right.
Okay, now say it with like a cello music and some jazz bass in the background.
Now say it like you're ashamed of yourself.
Titties.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. Now encourage everyone to go to our merch page to buy a t-shirt like you're a little bit ashamed of yourself.
So
in order to cover your titties.
So if you like our show, you should go to merch.gamethattune.com and buy some t-shirts, a hat, things like that. It's it's there. And I'm not proud of it, but it's there. That's the best I can do.
Chill.
One more time. Say titties.
Titties.
Say panties.
It's a bit slower and more shamefully.
I don't like where this is going.
Dance, monkey.
I am not going on your goddamn soundboard.
Titties. Anyway, I'm
going on your soundboard, aren't I?
Yeah, it's there, baby. So man, check out our merch page. We really appreciate you guys checking out that. And yeah, we're going home with my bonus tunes for the night. Johnny, I hope you're ready for this, baby. It's the worst bonus tunes I've ever selected. This is gonna be some fun. You guys know I love that Sega Bass Fishing announcer. This is Linkin Park featuring the Sega Bass Fishing announcer.
Oh my God, I can't wait for this.
Oh my God.
One step closer to Sega Bass Fishing. Peace out, everybody. Play the whole fucking thing.
Enjoy fishing. The biggest bass you caught.
All these fish, they make no sense. I find bliss in
Cape area.
less I hear, the less you say. You're
Be careful with the tension.
just like before. Everything you say to me.
Pull up the rod. Good job. The line's gonna break.
I need a little room to breathe.
No. Hook it. Line break.
I find the answers aren't so clear. Wish I could find a way to
Select the casting point.
all these fish, they make no sense. I found bliss in
Large area. Come on, come on. The hook came off.
over and over again. Everything you say to me.
Fighting. I'm bonus. The line's gonna break.
I need a little room to breathe.
No. Hook it. Line break. A record-breaking size for this lake. Your bass fishing technique is great.
I need a little room to breathe.
You've cleared all the areas.
And I'm about to
Fish! 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 A big one's close by. Come on! Come on! coming near. It's coming near. It's gone. No! Bite it. Bite it. Bite it. Oh, a big one. Game over.
South Park Rally is copyright 1999 Acclaim Entertainment. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe is copyright 1999 Nintendo of America Incorporated. Suikoden 2 is copyright 1999 Konami Computer Entertainment Company Limited. SNK vs. Capcom, the match of the millennium is copyright 1999 SNK Corporation. Sega Bass Fishing is copyright 1999 Sega Games Company Limited. Jammer Lammy is copyright 1999 Nana Own Shah and Sony Computer Entertainment.